What is it? 656 or 676? Light green.
Oh yeah, 656.
Smoker. All right, there you go, good boy. All right, ready, Lou? Yo, what's good? What's up, my ninjas? It's your boy Trevor.
Curtis Russell.
And your boy, Sir Mackleton.
Oh my God.
Fauntleroy.
Say it.
The third Esquire, man.
Well, goddamn. And we got a special guest in the building today. He's a photographer out of DFW by the name of Eric Williams. What's good, bro?
What's good, fam? How you been?
Pretty good, man. Pretty good. Everybody feeling good?
Wonderful.
Yes, sir.
Wonderful.
I'm a little under weather, but I'm in there.
Oh, man, we gonna make it though.
Yeah,
Today
we're
is a special day, man. We're gonna start this podcast off on a kind of sad note. We had an EA shooting this past weekend. Send out our condolences to them. That was a crazy event. Anybody got thoughts on that?
It was really, really bad. And I think I just get a little upset when, it comes out about the dude that did it. And he's, of course, white because this is just an ongoing situation in America.
Right.
And, of course, it's like, well, he had some mental issues, all that stuff.
Oh, yeah.
So it's like, if it was somebody that's, our color, that, we would be labeled as a thug, something along that line. So I guess, like you said, send our condolences, but it's just an ongoing thing that's happening in America.
Like, I would expect something like that. I mean, God forbid it, period.
Mm-hmm.
Right.
But I would expect something like that to happen more so in the FGC.
Yeah.
In the fighting game community.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Not so much in the sports community. I mean, even in the fighting game community, ain't nobody going outside to spur up after that.
No,
you just hold that L, man.
Right.
It's like you would in any other game. Don't get upset and start blasting fools. So when it's all said and done, you still lost.
Yeah, pretty much.
Then you turn around and you take your own life. So really, you just a coward, man. I mean, you took an L all the way around that day.
Yeah, man, it's a very scary thing just because it's more catered, like you said, these violent, quote-unquote, violent games that they kind of portray that will give us the mindset of, going out and hurting somebody, right?
Mm-hmm.
And this happens during a football Madden tournament. Like, seriously?
So I guess we know that GTA 5, ain't the culprit. It was Madden the whole time.
That's a good point because they're going to try to find some way to bring this back on video games, and this is a sports game we're talking about.
Most definitely.
This thing is not
You
violent.
got away with it too. What for that mention too soon? Okay.
No, they're going to do something stupid like blame CTE for it. Oh, concussion protocol. I ain't even play football, bro. Get off the field.
Colin Kaepernick, that's what it was. Do we have any legit details on it, or are we just going off generalization?
Just generalization.
Okay. Because we don't know the kid's name, right?
I don't even care.
Well,
I might even go give him
he's
airtime.
apparently from what I've seen, he won the tournament a couple years ago, and then I'm not sure. I don't even think he got into the final round. I think he got eliminated in the round before the finals.
Yeah, he lost.
Yeah. He was out like 10 grand, 100 grand. I think that's what the prize was.
Dang.
Yeah. So he took quite a few L's.
Oh, our tech guy Lewis, everybody.
Oh, yes. And he wounded a lot of people. A lot of people were hurt just scrambling around. I know one of the main gamers he was African American, which kind of sucks as a blow to the community because
it really does.
It's not many of us out there. When you see one of us go down, it hurts.
Sad.
Yeah.
There was a kid. What he's suing EA now. You sent me that. You sent me that. And
Which for what was it? $1 million?
Yeah, and it's like it was something like that, and it's like he's sitting here saying that they could have held it somewhere else. And it's like, you really felt like he was in danger. You shouldn't have went to the tournament.
Most definitely. Does it really matter where they hold it?
It ain't where he held it because the dude would have showed up regardless.
Regardless, because he was supposed to perform at the... That's
I think it's because it was in Florida. Florida is just a bad place for like crazy shit happening.
Yeah.
That's...
America is.
America is.
Florida.
Like Childish Gambino says, this is America.
This is America.
This is how it goes. So, yeah, it was a sad thing, and I hope everybody's all right after this, and we come together.
All right.
Yeah, learn how to take your L's out there.
Yeah, pretty much, bro. The gaming world is crucial sometimes, bro.
Good.
This is like the thing about the gaming community is it's one of the most honest places you can be.
Most definitely.
And it's not one of those things where you can sugarcoat as much, because when it's all said and done, we're gonna do what we gotta do on this video game. You're gonna get this L. If you're gonna get this L, you're gonna get this dub. You don't want this L, get good.
Yeah.
You know
what I'm saying? What is it? Drink a can to get good?
Like taking L's. When you lose a game, you try to find a way to get better. Like for exchange, me and my cousin usually play Dragon Ball Fighters. He whooped my ass all the damn fucking time.
And that's one of those, man, where you want to knock the hell out of whoever just got you in that corner. Like, you about to take this outside for real, bro.
But then, sometimes I catch on to his routines on his fighting style, and then I tend to beat him sometimes. But
that's a gamer in you, bro. Like that's all in all of us. You kind of adapt to the situation. Oh, this nigga use throwing moves. Guess what?
I'm gonna come back with an uppercut.
Yeah, right. Get in close, please.
Right.
But I'm not gonna get this man any airtime. I'm not even gonna say his name. So we're gonna go ahead and move on to our next topic. First off, let's go ahead and start this off right. We usually ask our first guests every time they come in. So what video game started your gaming? What game made you fall in love with gaming?
Sonic on the Sega Genesis.
Wow.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yeah.
The reason why it started me on that because I specifically remember this. My aunt had bought a Sega Genesis, and me and her started playing it, and we played Sonic the Hedgehog all night long, and that was one of my favorite games of all time when I was a kid. And that's why I spent time with my aunt, and that's the person who made the gamer into me. God rest her soul. Her birthday was yesterday. And that was really made me get into gaming, and more so also anime and all the other good stuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, Sonic on Genesis, of course, sparked what the hell Sonic is now.
Yeah.
I don't know where it is now.
Yeah, I really don't know where it is now.
I mean,
it's all over the place right now.
Sonic is like mediocre gaming with God tier soundtrack.
Right.
Yeah.
I love the soundtrack, bro.
The best, well, I mean, Sonic Mania was a good game. It paid a lot of homage to the Genesis era gaming with Sonic. So I love Sonic Mania. It's amazing. So, you guys want to move on to the news?
Yeah, let's talk about some gaming news. What you got over there, Kurt?
I got too much.
You ain't gonna be ready.
So EA did respond to the shooting. They basically, and Trevor did send me all this info. So EA issued a statement basically coming out and saying that they're giving $1 million to support the victims. Also, they're setting up where gamers can actually contribute their own funds and stuff like that. And they're also doing a live stream on September 6th, which is about 4 days away from when we're recording this, to attribute to the victims also. I don't really know what they're going to be playing or what necessarily they're going to be doing, but I feel like I get on EA about everything. Literally, they move a wrong muscle, boy. I'm on that ass. This is how they do it. This is how they do it. I feel like this is, you approve them when they do right.
Right.
So they did right this time. Also, what do you guys think about Electronic Arts responding to the shooting?
I like the way they handled the situation. I don't know how I feel about them trying to have an event after. I say keep everything streamed just for now. Keep everything local in-house just for now, and try to do the best you can. But the way that they reached their hands out and touched everybody, that was beautiful. Like, they needed that. That's a big jump.
I mean, but I also see the thing shit for what they doing from a business standpoint.
Don't get me started.
They got everybody's attention.
Don't get me started.
So now it's like, okay, we're going to hold this big ass event, and we're going to just put it all out there, because now we got everybody's attention. We got money out here. Everybody looking our way.
And we're going to put in microtransactions.
Right. We're going to put this all in a big ass loot box. You know what I'm saying? Because EA games challenge everything. Fuck y'all.
Yeah. Well, that leads me into the next segment with Battlefield 5 getting its delay. So, before I even start, I'm gonna let y'all talk before I say.
He's loading pistol right now. I'm gonna say this, man. I expected this to happen. With all the delays we've had from every single game this year, every game has had a delay. The game I've cared about, at least. And I pray to God Red Dead doesn't get a delay.
Oh my God! I've been waiting for this game for a long time.
We gonna go back to punching babies.
I'm going for 2 games to happen on time
punching
this
babies
year.
and kicking babies like my homeboy
and
said.
SoulCal 6. Those are the only 2 games I want to happen. Oh, and Smash.
Oh yeah, most definitely.
Those are the only game, and Pokemon. because Team Evie. And
Here we go.
Like
going back to Battlefield 5, I wasn't gonna get it, so I don't care as much.
Okay.
But at the same time, what else is new? You know what I'm saying?
This is very late in the development of this game. You can totally tell. They came out with a statement saying that it's due to they want to just tighten things up.
They need to check those fucking servers because
my
when Battlefield
problem,
1 came out, fucking the first week or first couple weeks, you get the black screen, servers crashing. Shit was pain in the ass to play. Especially
Well, that's pretty much
much
in any new game that comes out. Sometimes the server tends to
But that's
crash.
an issue that you would think that you would do, like you said, like stress test. You got to stress test your game before you get it.
That's a whole new problem right there too. And Battlefield 4 had some problems, I believe, on the Xbox.
Yeah.
Xbox either 360 or both, 1 and 360. But I don't know. It's late in the development. They know what they were doing. Like I said, they came out with a statement saying, okay, well, we're just, loose screws, we're tightening it up. We all know you bullshitting. Let's be honest, you're lagging behind Red Dead Redemption 2, 85%. I did my damn research. Like, in pre-orders, you're behind Assassin's Creed Odyssey in 85%. That's ridiculous. You're looking at a Titanfall 2 situation where they're not going to be hitting no 35 million units, so they're trying to find a different kind of window. You're scrambling, freaking Patrick Soderlund left, you scrambling. Let's be honest with you. So, coming out and giving that, if you stay in the now of gaming, you know that they're full of shit as usual. So,
are they adding a battle royale too?
Yeah.
Yeah, they added
and you know what's funny? I've seen the trailer of it, and it actually looks kind of legit. The thing with battle royale is we've seen the smaller end of it. We've seen Fortnite come from like just kind of getting funded little money, but the big thing about Battlefield and Call of Duty doing it is the whole bunch of money is going into it. So now you get to see Battle Royale on a AAA scale. Yeah. So we're gonna be able to see it in its freezer form, that final form. That's gonna be the best part.
Be like, this is not even my final form yet.
Yeah. So I think Battlefield and Call of Duty at that end, they're gonna get all these casual young kids that like to say the N-word on the internet on it. And
don't even get me started.
That's gonna be weird though.
Talking about some raging.
I can see Battlefield doing it with the big maps they already have, but Call of Duty has never really had like really large maps to say like you can do battle royale on.
But they say they combining every map that they had from Black Ops 1 to now as a big, huge, giant map.
Why in the hell? See, this is why I can't fuck with Call of Duty. Y'all do the most unorganized bullshit. Like,
I don't know how they gonna do it, but
you're gonna see over here to the far right, you have all the futuristic shit. When you step foot over here, shit gonna be old as hell.
And what pisses me off about what is this gonna be like?
Gonna look like a big ass version of Zetsu.
What is this gonna be like a fucking Smash map change? Like mid running.
Hey, hurry up, put that out.
Next man flips the map over and flips it back over. Another map.
Has gamers started getting their hands on it yet? On Blackout? That's what it's called, right?
Yeah, no, it don't come out until, the beta doesn't come out until September 12th.
Okay.
So,
All right.
I did play the beta for the multiplayer, man. I haven't played Call of Duty in a while. I still got World War II. Only because of work. That's the only reason why. It's kind of hard to play video games nowadays.
Right.
And I got on there, man. I was trash. I was like, damn. I'm like, I want to delete this game now. Fuck this shit.
Another thing with EA and Battlefield is when the first trailer came out, a lot of people that were big Battlefield fans, didn't really like the trailer because of the inaccuracy. I don't really care about women in it, but the broad had like a prosthetic arm. She had like a cricket bat hitting motherfuckers, flying out of windows. People were not feeling that, and EA was basically like, look, you don't like it, then don't buy the game. So it's just kind of going full circle.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I mean, not that y'all was gonna,
get my money
gonna sell a bunch anyway, but you really just hung yourself.
Yeah, they really messed themselves up with that.
Yeah, because I mean, I feel like if you should try to please your customer. Your consumer. That's you're just going away from.
But we've spoken on this. EA has the classic foot in mouth. They constantly put their foot in their mouth, constantly, and it hurts them in the long run. And they see that in their sales recently.
And this is just like you said in the long run. This is stated from like Mass Effect, Battlefield, Star Wars Battlefront. Yeah. This is like all of it leading up, and it's like your best game this year is gonna fall flat on its face.
Right on its face.
Yeah. You gonna catch it, and then they gonna realize like, damn, we really be out here fucking up. One day, let's hope. One day. So there's a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Bundle going around. You know how the Japanese do. They like ninjas, man. They be in the dark,
right,
with all these leaks. And apparently there's already a collector's bundle out right now. It comes with the game, a hard case with the game in it, and it's gonna come with a Pro Controller. It's gonna be $140. The rumored one is it's a Nintendo Switch Super Smash Brothers Ultimate thing, so it actually has like the graphic on the Switch, and then it's gonna come with the Joy-Cons and stuff like that with the game. So I think this is gonna be huge for Nintendo.
That sounds like something they might have to get my money with.
Yeah, exactly. I got a Switch, and I'm like, I kind of want a Super Smash Brothers Ultimate Switch.
Yeah, same here. I got a Switch, and I usually don't even buy collector's edition game systems. Like I'm about to buy once. Square Enix decided to announce the PS4 version of Kingdom Hearts 3. Still waiting on that.
Yeah,
I'm about to give them all my money.
You might be waiting a long time, sir. I'm just being honest. Me and Kingdom Hearts have a decorated past, and with that being said,
it's coming out January, man.
It ain't
got the
coming out
release date.
When Kingdom Hearts first happened, Trevor was in high school, and now Kingdom Hearts 3 is out. Trevor's a grown man with kids. Or
kid. Singular. Singular.
Kid.
It's been so long, he grabbed some depression with it.
Yeah, a lot of it.
Grab depression.
They've been dropping 2.5, 1.5. Remixes.
What is this?
I'm like, what the fuck are y'all doing, man? Can y'all release the actual Kingdom Hearts 3? We've been waiting for this for years, man.
I like how we fall off topic. So
Greatest thing ever.
Well, Nintendo, I feel like they did their thing last year. This is just another thing that they're gonna do. I mean, they're gonna be able to sell so many Switches with this bundle if this is true. Because a lot of people are gonna grab that, gonna be grabbing their little Super Mario Party.
Oh, yeah.
Of course, Pokemon comes out later this year,
Yeah.
and you got your Super Smash Brothers. Of course, next year we're looking at maybe a Star Fox, maybe a Animal Crossing. I know we're getting another Pokemon, and we're probably a Yoshi.
Please give me Yoshi.
And the biggest one is gonna be a Metroid Prime. So
They
fire.
also said they're talking about making another Zelda game.
Really?
That's too early.
I think so, but
just doing
it might not be a big old Zelda game. It might be a little Zelda game, maybe.
I don't like
Side
little
story.
Zelda games.
I don't like them either,
I
but
mean, just put an expansion on Breath of the Wild, though.
they did all the expansions.
Yeah, they already did all of them.
Right.
Yeah.
They got the one where you're on the bike and shit.
A bike.
Yeah, that looks like a horse.
Yeah.
A bike that look like a horse.
Yep.
What is this, Final Fantasy?
No, it's
Fucking
Japan. That's what it is.
Come on, it's
welcome to
Japan.
You don't see that same damn bike horse on Smite. Maybe a god.
On Smite. So that is that's the gaming news I got for you guys. So what's next?
Let's go ahead and hop inside this top five
Top five.
bad guys. Go ahead and jump it off, Max.
Okay, let's see. Let me give me a second. Okay, so top 5 bad guys. Everybody knows a lot of, and it wouldn't shock me if some of us had some repeats.
Oh, most definitely.
Oh, yeah.
I know one's gonna be a definite repeat for me.
Yeah. So, all right, starting with number 5 for me, the Joker.
Are you serious? I'm sorry.
Tell me,
You know how I think we'll agree on this one. I think we'll agree on on the Antagonist.
All right, we got the Joker from Batman.
Yeah, hell yeah.
My reason, the psychosis, the disregard for all forms of life. I mean, the sense of total anarchic freedom, it all makes him very, very frightening. Although, like, they do allow him, like, seem to allow him to operate on a level of that Batman can never directly seem to tackle. But, like, the thing about the Joker that makes him so good is the same shit that makes Batman so good. They're so similar. And it really shows in the Arkham Knight game, but it develops even further when the Joker is like in the dark, in the vigilante's brain. So, and like just his history, you know what I'm saying? He stayed with them hoes. Stay with the hoes. Harley Quinn just man. Alright, so we going
the Joker's also good in the movies too. So.
Yes, he's just that dude.
Yeah,
like he is. Number 4, Shao Kahn from Mortal Kombat.
I saw that one coming.
Yeah, so anybody that played Mortal Kombat knows Shang Tsung, you know Shao Kahn. Shao Kahn, every time I think of him, I just get upset because you got this big ass hammer that materializes out of nowhere, RKO style. And then you got his cheap ass shoulder tackles, and it's like it makes you rage induce in real life. But like and then he just taunts mankind. He's like, if y'all can whoop my ass, I'll leave Earth Realm, which ain't never happened in the history of Everdom. And even when it does happen, it's like you still got to deal with him himself. Even when you deal with like his minions, and his minions ain't no bitches either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? So there's that. Number 3, Dr. Robotnik from Sonic.
Wow. He almost made my list.
So we got Evil Genius. You know what I'm saying? Dreams of world domination. Master of robotics. And he seems to like stealing really big jewels. Yeah. But the main thing about him that kills me is that he seems to have an utter and complete fucking disdain for everything fluffy and adorable in the Sonic.
Bro,
I mean, this motherfucker is just the epitome of animal cruelty. He just sticks all these motherfuckers in these robots. Like, he doesn't use batteries. He don't use gasoline. Like, to run his yeah, he's like, I'm gonna stick all these damn animals in here and make them do my bidding. So, who knows, man? Peter just had a field day with animals.
For real.
I bullshit you not. Like, so, yeah, Robotnik had to make my list for that reason. But number 2, Bowser from Mario.
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Oh.
In terms of like just sheer staying power, nobody can really touch Bowser.
Right.
Like, he's been a thorn in Mario's side for shit about as long as the game itself has existed. And he's almost always the reason the Mushroom King is in trouble. Like, even when he's not the main, antagonist or whatever, he still manages to make his presence felt. And like, and don't get it twisted, he's not like particularly violent. He's not really trying to take over the world. And I mean, most of this shit is about his, just obvious shit of wanting to marry Princess Peach, take over Mushroom Kingdom, shit like that. I mean, sometimes he abducts fairies and living hats. But I mean, his design, I've always loved his design. I mean, he's a fucking cartoon dragon. He's quite intimidating to be simply that. And I mean, it's definitely some badder villains out there, but I don't think it's too many more iconic than he is. So he made my list of number 2. Number 1, Sephiroth.
That is my
Sephiroth from Final Fantasy fucking 7. And let me just, in my man's defense, assuming it's not fun to find out your very existence, was the result of a scientific experiment, one can't help but, blame the man on being a tad bit upset. Just a little bit. But, unfortunately for everyone on said planet, said experiment involved Sephiroth, and getting injected with the cells from a fetus, which obviously he grew up to become a fucking powerful god at this point.
Right.
And I mean, he's got the swordsmanship, he's got the immense strength, and then he's got this eerily calm ass demeanor, like above all that. And so like, shit, the burning of Nibelheim, the attempted murder of Tifa, the actual murder of Ares, or Eric, and the fact that he summoned a huge meteor that's sitting on top of your goddamn TV screen, the entire 3rd or 4th disc, what you doing shit. It's like, it's so intimidating. Yeah, it's so fucking intimidating. And then last but not least, his theme song. Yeah. You can't get away from the, being better cheese, all that shit. So,
oh my goodness.
There's that. Yeah, that's my top 5, man. Honorable mention though, I would have to say Wesker from Resident Evil. Just an honorable mention of, I would definitely be terrified of a motherfucker trying to infect the entire race with a zombie infection. Most definitely. It's pretty fucked up. But yeah, that's mine, man.
A lot of mine kind of echoes yours. So number 5, I got Dr. Eggman, of course.
Yeah.
I mean, copy and paste. I mean, same thing. I mean, he's the perfect villain for Sonic. Number 4 is Ganon. Because
Ganon is good.
Yeah, has a whole bunch of forms, can take up anything. Always, same thing with Peach. Always Jack and Zelda, and that's just how it goes. Number 3, Master Hand.
Yeah. From Smash.
Okay. From Smash.
I hate that dude.
I wanted to kind of so a little left field, but I think he just has a whole bunch of nostalgia.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying about him. So it's like, we always used to hate him, and it was like we couldn't wait to fight him at the very end of Super Smash Brothers. So number 2 is the Joker. Same thing. Yep. Copy and paste. My number 1 is Voss from Far Cry 3.
Wow.
Yeah. He was absolutely amazing. The guy who played him, that captured him, he was phenomenal. And that was the best Far Cry game. That was one of the best games Ubisoft's ever made. Yeah. And he was just, I think he epitomizes what a good villain should be.
Yeah.
and how he describes and talks to the player about being insane. And they did so many things on YouTube with the dude who played McLovin on what was it? What was that movie?
Super bad.
Yeah, on Superbad. I was about to say Pineapple Express.
Was that Michael Cera?
I think so.
Yeah.
One of them awkward white guys.
So I believe he captures him and he puts him like in the sand at a beach, and like he gets like a tarantula, puts him in like a bowl, and then puts it over his head. And he does some funny stuff. He actually like burnt up his homeboy, cooked him, fed it to him.
Oh
yeah, bro.
But it's hilarious.
It's funny as
It's
hell.
funny type shit.
Yeah, but it's funny as hell. He was like, "Who is this?" He was like, "Oh, that's your homeboy." He was like, "Oh, that's no." Honorable mentions. I got Dark Link. That was the most epic fight I ever did on Ocarina of Time.
I hated that fight, man.
Yeah, he was boy. And if you didn't have that Firestone, you couldn't hit that mug. It was hard. Sephiroth, of course. Xehanort, Kingdom Hearts, and Dracula from Castlevania.
I'm not gonna lie, he almost made my list.
He almost made
it.
My final one, I played a little bit of StarCraft, but the reason why Sarah Kerrigan's in there because when she ain't in her alien form, she look like a snack.
I can't deal with this, man.
She fine as hell. Like light-skinned chick trying to take over the hey.
Oh, she was light-skinned?
Yeah.
Just stay mad at.
Oh shit.
She light-skinned. She got like these dreads and shit. Hey,
Wait a minute, like
looking
so
like
Alicia
Zoe
Keys.
Kravitz, huh?
So okay, not Alicia Keys. Dude.
A little, yeah, okay, yeah, you can say that.
Okay.
You can say that,
Okay.
yeah.
Nigga Mac went on to another place right there. I saw. They said, okay.
And it was in my-
I said light skin with the braids. I was like, Alicia.
Yeah, she a snack.
Man, I got kind of a similar list, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
My first one is gonna start off, of course, the good old Sephiroth, because he was just an evil bastard. I love that shit, especially after watching like all the Final Fantasy movies. Like seeing him capture that character in live action was fucking amazing.
Yeah.
Number 4, the dickish asshole Seymour. I hated Seymour in Final Fantasy X. Oh, he was just an asshole. Like you would think you were done with him. 5 fights later, he's still here.
He's still here.
Still here.
5 fucking
Being
fights
fucking
later.
pain in your side, man. Number 3 would be Elusive Man of Mass Effect. Just because he was just like such a mysterious dickish character. Like every time you thought you had him figured out, he'll flip script on you.
Yeah.
I love that about that game, just because you had the choice to like alter what was going to go on, and having him come in and just fuck everything up helped out a lot.
Yeah.
Then I have Revolver Ocelot from
He
good
almost
old
made
Metal
my. He
Gear.
almost made. Him and Psycho Mantis almost made my list.
I was just about to say nobody said Psycho Mantis.
Yeah, I literally thought about it.
Oh man, I hated that fight. Oh man, that's giving me bad flashback. But Ocelot, he was just like the key in Metal Gear, man. Just seeing him gave you so many nostalgic feelings, especially if you started off playing the early ones.
Yeah.
And number 1, I have my personal favorite, which is Bron Alejandros the 16th. That's the last boss in Final Fantasy IX, the Queen. Queen Bron, just because how they portrayed her was amazing to me. She's just like this fat queen that just pigged out and just watched everybody else suffer. Like she watched people fight at her own enjoyment like that. Oh man, just the way they portrayed her character was amazing to me, and having her as a female boss at the end, that really helped her gaming.
I'm gonna have to play 9.
Yeah, bro.
It seems like something I don't need to miss out on.
Lewis, you got one?
Yeah. There's one motherfucker I hated playing. You didn't even really ever play against him, but just the character he was Officer Tenpenny. There's nothing worse than a crooked cop, bro. I hate crooked cops, and just the way he played that motherfucker, bro, and the voice acting was
I have to say, they didn't have that Samuel Jackson.
That's
voice.
Samuel Jackson. Yeah, that's Samuel Jackson.
Yeah, bro.
Tenpenny's a damn good one.
Yeah,
bro. Tenpenny, he was just that motherfucker, bro. He put his brother in jail.
Yeah, he did a lot of dirty
Fucked
shit.
him up, bro. Yeah, he's an asshole.
He was behind the whole setup of CJ's mama dying and stuff.
Yeah.
bro, man.
That's the motherfucking green saber. Ron, you sure, man? Oh Ball was so bad. It was so bad. And rightfully so.
Man, that game got so many awesome lines in it.
Yeah.
I just want to get a remake of it, bro.
I just like the hand motions.
Yeah,
like they can hold anything. Like, hey, man.
All their hands
Hold
like
the
this.
gun.
All their hands stuck together like a bubble. Yo.
What you got to say?
There were so many good parts to that game that they just left out in the next fucking Grand Theft Auto, bro. It pissed me off.
Yeah.
What's a few you got, Eric?
Number 5, Bowser.
Yeah.
Basically, copy paste. Number 4, Boulder from God of War.
Oh God.
I was gonna say from God of War.
Yeah.
Just thinking like from God of War.
The new God of War. Only because since he just all he wants is to fucking die.
Yeah.
And can't get that.
He was a good character.
He was a very great character. Even at the beginning of the fight, the very first fight scene, I was like, "Who the fuck is this?"
It was an amazing fight.
That was so beautiful. I was like, I had to play the game on my big screen TV, HDR. I was like,
and it's crazy when you look at that fight and you look at just gaming in general. These people, they know how to direct movies.
Yeah.
Because the angles in that fight, where they went, because it was like it was in the snow, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
From like one side of the house all the way to the other, they ended up like miles away.
It was
ridiculous.
I think the coolest thing about it is that everybody knows Kratos, right?
Yeah.
Everybody was like, Kratos was that nigga. He, I want this fight.
Yeah.
And everybody's like,
Yeah.
bruh, you might want to chill. And then Kratos just knocks the fuck out of him. And everybody was like,
Told you.
And then Boulder was like, no. All right, my turn. And you just see Kratos go flying across the damn house.
That
Everybody
was surprising. I was like, what the hell?
Fuck. So he got like instant cool points.
For real. Number 3 is Zeus from the second one. Second God of War.
Mm-hmm.
And also the third one. Since he pretty much made Kratos.
Yeah.
It pretty much like his father.
The
And he
fighting
even
scenes,
showed up in the new God of War too.
Was fucking amazing.
Yeah, the fighting scenes was
Zeus
beautiful.
is definitely
Everything in the third one was just so damn big.
Oh yeah, it was. And number 2, who was my number 2? Xemnas. No, not Xemnas. Xehanort.
Xehanort, okay, yeah. I was gonna say, isn't this bad too?
Pretty
bad, too.
Cause he's pretty. Xehanort, Xemnas, they all the same ones.
Yeah, basically.
Pretty much he split himself into like fucking 5 other people.
I was about to say,
Basically, and as you can see in Kingdom Hearts 3, he gonna be in Aqua.
Yeah. But that's the thing, but that's what Trevor was talking about. It's like Kingdom Hearts, the damn story is all over the damn place.
Well, the story, pretty much what they said.
Where am I going?
Because one of my homeboys, Manny, he's a big Kingdom Hearts fan.
He's really into it.
Yeah. He said he looks into details, everything. He researched all of it. He said pretty much this particular saga of
bullshit.
pretty much bullshit, but I still love the game.
Right. I love it too. Yeah.
It's just the one is broken up into 3 parts. So this is the first saga of the Dark series saga.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm guessing the next one's gonna be the lighter, I don't know.
Something like that.
Pretty much.
Japanese people will come up with something.
And number 1, of course, my boy Sephiroth.
Mm-hmm.
Sephiroth was one of the best villains of all time.
Mm-hmm.
Oh.
Man, especially when you see him in the Kingdom Hearts series too, like you try to fight him, you still get your ass whooped by him.
I mean,
there were plenty of times I wanted to throw the
also one more.
Oh, no.
I guess one more honorable mention from Final Fantasy that almost been all this is as well was Kefka.
Yeah, I almost put Kefka on my list.
The only reason I did is because I don't know enough about Kefka, and I don't think he even compares to Sephiroth.
I watched my brother reset his system 3 times, beating Kefka, trying to beat Kefka. Reset it 3 times.
I've never had
Kefka did something to fuck him up. My brother was just like, nope, reset. Starting all over. Yeah.
Jesus.
I didn't see him do shit.
You just need to be a fence for that man.
Man, we're going to go on to our next topic. the announcement of Sir Malcolm's favorite game, the good old Streets of Rage. Go ahead and whine on the mic.
Look, how much time I got?
Go ahead and whine on the mic for him, Playboy.
Alright, man. So, let me ask you, Eric, how old are you?
I'm 25. I'll be 26 on 24.
Okay, so I'm pretty much, safe to say, I'm pretty much one of the few cats in here I'm pretty much the oldest cat. Everybody knows this by now. So, with that being said, I've had the luxury of playing certain games, or remembering, therefore, certain games growing up that I was playing. Mainly games that we talked about in the first podcast, like roller games, which was also a side-scrolling beat-em-up game.
Right.
One of the first one I've ever played. And so that style of game I've been a fan of for a very long time. Fast forward to 92. I'm only 4, mind you. This game comes out, the music starts, the dude walks from the corner. I'm mashing the fuck out of some A and some C and some B, and I'm punching motherfuckers off screen. I'm throwing motherfuckers around. I'm hitting motherfuckers with the pipe, and everybody know the sound pipe. Like, hearing it go off. You got dominatrixes in the damn game. I mean, damn, but like most of
you
them.
saying that at the age of 4 probably traumatized you.
I ain't nothing traumatized me more than that porno magazine under the bed, but we might get to that.
Oh my God. Lord have mercy.
But so let me just say this: like most of y'all, man, basically what I'm saying is that I grew up playing Streets of Rage 2, and it was always like the default cartridge in my Sega, next to Sonic 2, and. Like I said, co-op for endless nights, forever struck forward, punching the living shit out of everybody in the path, eating chicken, beating up phone boxes, throwing dudes across the screen, like, yeah. But based off what I've seen with the game, like it's the same game, Streets of Rage 4, that we all know and love, but it's got a new art style that's been ramped up to like 10. And so you're still walking or drifting from left to right, punching and launching and flying, kicking, slapping motherfuckers to the curb. And some of these dudes act the same way they did all those years ago. You know, you still getting came at with a dominatrix with a whip. You know, you got fat men out there in the baseball field still breathing fire on you. You know, the homie with the spiky hair and the long yellow jacket, he still slide tackle the shit out of you for no reason. Fucking asshole. But the devs at Guard Crush and Lizard Cube are adding tweaks, you know, new movesets. Like the Dominatrix actually has a whip combo now. Okay. So subtle evolutions like that in the gameplay. You still got your simple moveset. You got jump, attack, special, A, B, and C. Not in that particular order. But the specials that you use, which is normally, I believe, the A button on the Mega Drive, it always took a little bit of health when you used it. But what they did, they added more of a mechanic where once you used it, if you used the normal attacks after that without being hit, you got that health back. Okay. And it's pretty dope to me because it kind of adds a gamble feel to the game with all the dudes on the screen and shit. Because those moves, the specials are designed to basically kind of clear the area, kind of, you know, keep you from getting taken out. But there's that, and you still got the forward attack button, like the grand upper that actually uses. But it is slower, so it leaves you open to getting smacked. But other than that, you can also like throw enemies, you know, at other players. Like you can always do that, but you can never juggle them. You can never juggle them in the air. And so Axel can throw the spiky-haired asshole to Blaze, and Blaze can put them hands on him and send him into a juggle of like a juggle oblivion.
So what do we know about these developers that are developing this game?
These are the same people who are working on Windjammers 2. And they also made Astro Boy. I forgot which Astro Boy it was, but it was, I guess Sega, you know, they were even shocked that Sega was like yes to the whole pitch because, you know, everybody's been wanting it, but nobody ever thought it would happen. But I guess these guys, they respect the licenses so much that Sega was like, you know what, go for it. People have been saying it, people have been wanting it, I've been wanting it. Like, it's just something when I seen it just warmed my heart, like literally. I'm so happy. Like, I honestly I want to see a beta happen, but you know, there's no release date or anything like that. So because of that, who knows? Yeah. But I'm also expecting a soundtrack from this game as well. But other than that, you know, I'm also expecting, you know, classic characters like Skate and maybe even Adam, the Kangaroo. Yeah. You know, cats like that to come back and make an appearance.
So if you were born in '93 like me, you missed the whole damn thing.
I mean,
somebody, is this gonna be a good idea to pick it up?
So that's the thing, right? Like, like, will Streets of Rage 4 be, you know, will it be like a nostalgia trip, just a nostalgia trip for people like me, or will it actually find a new generation of fans? You know, there's people out there that have never so much as played a side scroll beat 'em up game, because it's kind of been one of those genres of gaming that's kind of got left behind.
Or stayed in arcades.
Yeah, pretty much.
But me personally, I believe that good gameplay never really dates.
Right.
And Streets of Rage still looks like the game still looks fucking ace. Still looks legit as fuck. So, and I'm fully prepared to just, you know, go back in time, kick off my feelers, and put Tupac on the CD. And spend a few hours beating down some city goons like it's 92 all over.
With some FUBU.
With
Going
some
on the
FUBU.
FUBU. Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Pull out the FUBU.
Yeah, man, that's Streets of Rage 4, man. I'm ready for it.
I think at a right price. At a right price. And what was the console was coming out? Was it PlayStation 4, Xbox, and Switch?
It hasn't even been announced. But if I had to guess, I would say it's coming out on all three.
Everything.
Yeah.
It'd be a nice addition for
It's
Switch.
damn sure.
Yeah,
Like,
it'd be
if I'm
perfect.
betting, man, I'm betting it's gonna be on Switch.
Yeah, most definitely.
A game like that, come on, man. I'm definitely betting it's gonna be on Switch and the 4 Xbox. Who knows?
It'd be perfect for the Switch.
It'd
too.
be just
really
absolutely, like, you talking
On the
about
go.
Diablo.
Oh my
You
goodness.
talking about Streets of Rage?
Yeah.
Those are it for me.
Yeah.
Like, that's enough.
That's gonna be great.
Shit.
Oh my goodness.
Let's
That's gonna
go
be awesome.
Switch. Okay.
What else we got?
Man, it's crazy that Mac got his game released and like hours later, one of my favorite games of my generation, Shenmue 3,
Yes.
is a release date of August 2019. I'm like super hyped because Yu Suzuki is probably one of my favorite game developers. They brought him in from Sega. In Sega, what was that, 1980s? I'm guessing they brought him in.
Something like that.
And if you're not particular to Shenmue is a storyline based on a guy who grew up in a dojo and he comes home one day to find out his father, who runs the dojo, is getting his ass handed to him. Like getting his ass whipped up. But the guy came there to steal an artifact from his father, but he ends up killing his father. So the whole plot line and storyline is you're basically going around the whole city of Japan trying to find the people who murdered your father.
Pretty much a revenge story.
Most definitely. And you end up going to China and Shenmue 2. And they just keep on taking you through this journey of trying to hunt down this guy. You barely run across him 1 or 2 times throughout the whole story experience from 1 and 2. But in 2002, when they released Shenmue 2, we didn't get a release date for Shenmue 3. Ever. Like, they just stopped developing. So 2008 rolls around, that's when Xbox gets a re-release. So we're like, oh crap, Shenmue 3's coming. Still nothing.
2008 was a long time ago.
Yeah.
10 years.
But I remember, I think it was 2014 E3. Yu Suzuki came on air during a Sega broadcast and was just like, it's coming.
Yeah.
I'm not telling you when, but we need it to come out.
It
So they ended up having a startup for the game. So the startup actually launched the game to get back to popularity. And then, man, talking about a week ago, we get that Shenmue 3 trailer. I'm so hyped about the game just because I want to see the graphical change. And I really want them to finish that story. I believe it's just going to be a trilogy, so they're just going to end it on 3. But that's beautiful that they're going to end it on 3.
What you mean by a startup? They're funding the money?
Yeah.
Is it fan funded?
Fan funded, completely fan funded. And they raised all that money within 1 month of the start.
Yeah. That's great.
And it's beautiful, man, because that game deserves an ending because it was such a beautiful game.
There's so many unfinished games.
Yeah,
it
man.
is.
But that just comes to show you that if you treat your consumer the way, like, give them what they want,
Yeah.
they're gonna, like, feed you money. Like,
Yeah.
it's not even...
But that's not necessarily the case sometimes. Because
That
Shenmue,
happens a lot nowadays. Is everything's fan funded? Because
Yeah.
I'm like, who's the publisher of this game? Why ain't they helping these motherfuckers?
Yeah, like there's one game that I've been looking forward to see if they was gonna make another one. Is American McGee's Alice in Wonderland, because I love that game. The Madness Return.
yeah.
I love that one because I like the dark, twisted version of Alice
Oh
in
damn! You
Wonderland.
talking? When that came out for like PlayStation 3
Yeah.
or 2
Yeah.
or damn? Oh shit!
Yeah,
I remember that.
and I know the American McGee. He's doing a Patreon and trying to get money.
Trying to get it going.
Trying to get it going, and he's releasing a little bit here, stuff in there. And I'm of course I'm signed up for it because I want to get the little cool coin that comes with the Cheshire Cat on it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I really like it how they how people nowadays that love the game that was never finished, and wants to bring it back to finish the story on it.
Definitely.
That's the beauty of Patreon, though.
Yeah.
Sign
That's the
up.
beauty of gaming, though.
Yeah,
man. I wish developers didn't give up on games so quick. Some of these games,
Well,
they might have a failed first release, but at least
try
The
change
developers are, I don't know, dude, because they're. I don't know if y'all play PUBG at all, but
Yeah,
they did the whole.
I'm aware of PUBG.
They did the whole pre-release, and then it comes out on the 4th, right? I think
it comes out on the 4th as a full-fledged
So I
game.
mean, I paid for this game fucking months ago, and we're just now getting the full release. So I mean, it's one of those things where like people are just paying to contribute to the game now.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then again, on the same note, that's a PC game, man. Most of the PC games that I've seen is unfinished, but they send out like a little piece of the game.
Are
That's
you
pretty
playing
much.
on PC? You playing on Xbox?
I'm playing on Xbox.
Because how long was Paragon in beta before they just killed the game?
Yeah,
Paragon
was a good game. I actually liked that game. I used to play with you all the time.
Can we not talk about this?
It'll make Mac very sad. Like Thug Tears, Sir Malcolm will crown this
Thug Tears.
Thug Tears.
Like that upset me. I was like, "What? Y'all closing the game?" I'm like, "I actually like
And
this
they fucking
game."
came out of nowhere too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fucking crazy.
Because I'm telling you, game developers, they're giving up too soon. So.
Yeah, they really are.
But
they fucked
And
up.
they're
But
also
that-
dropping a lot of shit too soon.
yeah,
Yeah.
most definitely.
Yeah.
What they did, they overdid Paragon. Like that card system murdered it. Like they didn't have to do a lot of shit they did. They could have left it the way it was. People were steady telling them, and these bastards wouldn't listen. So away went the one MOBA that I did like to play.
But then
It's
again,
like, we know what y'all want, but you know what? We're gonna see what this works out.
And we'll
like.
just feed you
Yeah.
patches and shit.
pretty
Yeah.
much.
But then those are also the same people that made Fortnite. So
Yeah, sure.
Fortnite is kind of also another reason I refuse to play it.
Right.
I've-
Because I think that's the main reason they killed Paragon. They saw a game actually
Like,
succeed.
well, Fortnite's actually doing what we want. So
I play Fortnite. I like
Epic
Fortnite.
Games here?
Yeah.
Only because it's a game that's non-progression. It is just pretty much you try to be the first person to win.
Yeah.
Pretty much the last person standing. And you get nothing for it at all. You
Yeah.
pretty much gotta pay for skins, you gotta pay for weapons or cosmetic stuff. And
I have a buddy who spent at least $200 in the last 2 months on that shit.
that's what I don't like about it.
It's bragging rights.
Most of my friends like that game. I really don't like it. My little 15-year-old cousin plays the hell out that game. Yeah, he's good at that game. I'm just like,
It's a good tournament game.
yeah, it's a good tournament game, but I look at it like this: like mostly all games nowadays is pretty much trying to go towards the battle royale type thing.
Well,
And
even then, I think they're trying to go more towards like players interacting with each other. Because what's really big is like multiplayer stuff, like people going against each other. It's like instead of sports, let's beat the fuck out of each other on this TV.
yeah, pretty much.
I mean, people don't like. There are a lot of people, gamers wise, that don't like competition either.
Yeah.
They'll scream multiplayer all day long, but the biggest selling point of multiplayer is competition.
Right.
And so I don't understand those cats that always want to get online and play with other people, but when it comes to actually showing people your moves, Captain Falcon style, they not up for that.
Yeah.
You just want to sit up and play the story. But then you'll say, you know, those are the same people who don't like single player games or don't play the story mode driven games. But it's like that's pretty much what you are.
Well, we had this conversation a few weeks ago.
Yeah.
Just because we play with certain people online. But we play with certain people online, but you have to also figure out when you're playing a team game like that, you're supposed to fixate your game style to a team. Yeah, it's like if I'm a healer, at least switch up and be tank sometimes. Let me go DPS. It's all about making what works for the team, but it's also being diverse in the team.
The worst part of those people is that those people are stubborn and don't want to play but one class. And my thing is, all right, motherfucker, you gonna do that, you better be godlike. And you're not. You're not. I'm better than you with the fucking class that you supposedly main.
Right.
So, no, stop that. You know what I'm saying? You don't get to do no shit like that with your level of skill.
I'm an amazing healer on Battlefield.
And
I believe that.
Yeah, I'm great.
Then you got some friends that just fucks around. I know, like my friends. One of my friends, Manny. I remember we was playing. What was it? It was not Division. It was the other one. No. Ghost Recon. Yeah.
Ghost Recon.
Every time we go to a mission, this motherfucker right here tends to get a damn helicopter. Like, hey guys, and just crash into all of us and end the damn fucking mission.
See, I hate people like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
People like that.
It's funny after a while, but nigga, I'm trying to finish the goddamn fucking mission.
Right.
And then there's like games like Overwatch that rely so heavily on team play.
Yeah.
Like y'all all have to be on the same page. Like there can't be no type
But that's
of
one thing I love about Overwatch.
The
though.
culture of Overwatch is like, you better get on there and know the hell you
That's,
Yeah, most definitely.
That's what really I think started the whole crew. Like, yo, we have to be really tight
Yeah.
in this, and then that carried on into I feel like Fortnite. Now that's where everybody went into from Overwatch into like Fortnite,
Yeah.
and then they were all just playing that game, then just teaming up, trying to beat people's ass.
God dang.
I mean, I
Very
still
much.
think the ultimate sign of teamwork is always going to be in a mobile game.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, there is that, and it feels so good to win.
Mhm.
Especially when you win
With
and
your
the clan
squad.
comes
Yeah.
together
Yeah.
with your squad. Like, it's that shit there is great.
Yeah.
Like, it ain't really nothing
Yeah.
else to say on that one.
We call that the general conversation of My Ninja. We just go off on tangents, guys.
Yeah.
But
What are you guys playing right now?
Right now, for those of you that don't know, Destiny 2 is free. It's free for a limited time. Not saying that after that time's up, it won't be free anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Like to download, like they won't make you pay for it. Like if you get it now, while it's free forever, however long it's free, it's staying free.
Mm-hmm.
So,
Yeah,
but
as long
until
as
that
you have
time's up,
PlayStation
as
Plus.
long as you have PlayStation Plus, it's going to stay that way. But if you miss the deadline for while it's free, then you're going to have to pay for it again.
Right.
So I'm giving Destiny 2 a shot. I don't do well with first-person games, but mainly that aspect comes from the basic military games.
Mm-hmm.
Call of Duty, shit like that, Battlefield. Those are the ones I hate because I feel like I'm being robbed of my vision. I feel the same way in Destiny, but due to the fact that Destiny is the same thing, or something different rather, like I'm a fan of like Borderlands. I played the fuck out of Borderlands.
Yeah.
So I guess with me is I can deal with first-person shooters if they're different.
Mm.
Although I don't understand why the fuck Destiny 2 doesn't have third person. You can edit all this armor and shit, but you can't see it.
it's
Yeah.
for your
That
squad to
shit-
see it.
Yeah, fucking squad. That's my armor though, bro. Like,
When you start dancing, you can see your arm.
Yeah.
it
Start
annoys me
dancing.
more than that, man. I'm like, let me see my armor.
I enjoyed my time on Destiny 2 when I played it. I went through it, beat the first raid, and I mean after that it was just like, oh, I'm kind of done. But I do that with every game though.
Yeah, it's the general.
I see Curtis jump around on every game. We'll be like, oh, he's playing.
Yeah, I'll be playing all that. Right
Then
now,
back to FIFA.
and then back. Well, not anymore.
I know where you're going with this.
Yeah,
What you playing,
I
Curtis?
am playing PES 2019. I moved my football to PES because I'm completely sick of EA shit. So I was like, I'm gonna get these Asian people a good chance. I'm liking it. I'm playing center attack and mid for Frosinone and the Italian Serie A. I know I said a whole bunch of stuff. Don't nobody know what the hell I'm talking about. We going hard.
I've been studying football. I know what you're talking about.
My man.
For those of
My
y'all,
man.
let me just clear something for my boy Kurt. For those of y'all thinking he's talking about the NFL, he's fucking not. Okay? The original football game is soccer.
Soccer.
That is football.
Football.
Why? The game involves your foot on the ball. NFL, the only time that shit happens is when it's a fucking punt. So I just had to clear that
Or
up for all
field
you
goal.
ignorant fucking people in America.
You're right. It's great. It's a good game. Good game. I'm also playing Divinity Original Sin 2 for PlayStation 4. A lot of PC players have been saying it's a great game. It has a big
Wait, did you say 2?
Yeah.
Original Sin 2. Yeah.
There's a 2?
Yeah,
Yeah,
there's
there's
a
a
2. It came out for what, 2014?
Yeah, I
Okay,
think so.
2014?
Yeah, 2014.
Late 2014. It was like
It
fall.
was originally on PC.
Exactly. That was like
Moved to
November too.
PlayStation.
Yeah.
Damn, where about 2014?
Dude, yeah. It has the nastiest learning curve though. Like it is not easy on beginners. It is not. So you gotta know what class you're doing, know what race, know who you are, and go forward. So it's great. It's a little good game. I can't wait to jump more into it and get more hours into it.
The game that I'm playing right now is I got back to Destiny because
The Forsaken.
Yeah, I'm going. Yeah, I pre-ordered it. I hate myself for doing it.
Yeah, because you'll regret it.
Yeah, I'm gonna regret it. I was like, fuck. I was like, I was like, fuck this shit. I'm gonna fucking pre-order this. But I really do literally hate myself for doing it. You know, I do like Destiny only because of the lore in the game. Like the different storylines of characters and villains and other shit in the game and the weapons. Well, of course, the weapons.
Yeah.
Weapons look cool as fuck.
Goddamn weapons.
Goddamn fucking weapons, especially exotic weapons. Goddamn.
Yeah, they are.
But yeah, I just recently got back to playing Destiny only because I want to play Forsaken because my character is a hunter and Kay is my vanguard, and of course he's dead in this one in Forsaken. But yeah, that's the only game that I'm playing. But I know I'm gonna be playing. Of course, gonna be playing Spider-Man when it comes out.
We all gonna be playing that.
Playing Tomb Raider.
Oh yeah, dude! I can't wait for that.
I just want to go back to. Never mind, I'm not gonna say that. Go ahead.
And I'm gonna be playing.
Say what's on your mind.
Pyramid titties.
Pyramid.
That's her name. It's not Laura Croft. Pyramid titties.
I looked at her pictures and somebody cosplayed as Pyramid titties.
Yeah, so that's why I brought it up.
But and I'm also gonna be playing Fallout 76, of course, with my boys, and I'm gonna stream that too. Because I never a big Fallout fan. I'm give a take on Fallout because Skyrim is one of my favorite ones.
Because it's multiplayer.
Yeah, it's multiplayer. That's the only reason why. Because I always years ago I was like, man, why don't I make a Fallout game multiplayer? And they finally did.
How do y'all feel about that? Is anybody afraid of that?
Yeah. Oh yeah.
I'm very afraid
the
of
whole Fallout, like
the whole Fallout community is not on.
If they ever told me that the Elder Scrolls 6 would be multiplayer, I'd be like,
what the hell?
what the fuck?
Even though they did make Elder Scrolls online, but the Fallout community is not feeling it. They're not, and it's like, you know, Todd Howard and his team said, like, it came out and said, like, we want to work on something different. We want to work on something new. And it's like, I feel like this is something new, but I know they're going to return back to the single-player Fallout game that we all know and love.
I wonder if 76 is going to be like ESO, like Fallout Online.
We won't know until the beta,
Yeah, that's kind of scary, man.
What you playing, Trevor?
We just brought up Shenmue. I'm playing the remaster of Shenmue 1 and 2. Right now, I'm battling 1 right now. The slow progression. Slow progression of 1. I'm getting that done. I'm working on Tales of Hysteria as well. I'm probably midway through that storyline. And of course, our normal rollout of the My Ninja Dojo. Brawlhalla and Smite is my go-tos when I'm not playing Shenmue.
Oh yeah, I'm
So
gonna get back on Brawlhalla with y'all.
Tech Man, what you playing?
Oh man, I've been playing Fortnite and PUBG with my
Dodge
buddies,
Fortnite for 2 minutes. What
yeah,
you playing?
but other than that, I like to get like pretty stoned and just play some racing games. Bro. It's shit.
What game?
Just racing games.
Oh,
I play
okay.
Forza.
Some Forza, yeah.
Some motorcycle games and just whatever.
MX vs. ATV.
Yeah, and Monster Energy Supercross too.
Monster Energy got the name stapled on the game like that?
Yeah.
Damn.
Well, I'm into dirt bikes, and they release like there's Supercross is like the official racing circuit for like the states, and they made like their official game. And, I mean, the physics on it are pretty cool.
That's what's up.
I feel like I'm actually on that hook.
Yeah.
So it's pretty legit.
That's what's up.
I'm actually playing. See, I didn't know we was gonna go down on this just naming shit that we multiple things. I thought we was just gonna have like one game.
I named exactly what I'm playing.
Yeah, I'm playing. I'm trying Destiny 2. I guess that's a better term. I'm trying Destiny 2. I'm playing Neo. I'm thinking about picking up Dark Souls. I got Bloodborne. I don't know. I've kind of fallen. I don't know if it's because games have gotten easier to me or because these are so rewarding when you get in them and you start playing these progress.
A lot of games are like a lot easier.
The Dark Souls not easy at all. Neo,
you're gonna hate yourself after that.
I'm not gonna lie, man. Neo is kind of taking that Skyrim spot.
Wow.
The challenge to it, the gear, the grind, it's fulfilling a lot of different things that Skyrim did, but Skyrim is Skyrim. You know what I'm saying? Like I'll always love Skyrim, but as far as the mechanics go, if you're not minding it, it's pretty mediocre.
There's an anime Dark Souls style game coming.
Salt Sanctuary? Is it Salt Sanctuary?
No, it's called.
Oh, you said it's coming out.
It's about to come out.
Demon Code or something like
No,
that.
it's about to come out this month. I forgot what it's called.
Wait, there's an anime version of Dark Souls.
Yeah, it's called
Basically.
Divine Code or something like that.
It's not. Well, it's not Dark Souls, but it's like a whole new game. But
It's
it's
kind of
anime.
like a style of anime.
See, I'm waiting on Sekiro to happen too. Shadows Die Twice.
Oh yeah, dude.
Dude.
But Activision behind that game, so you know me.
Curtis,
You know me.
I'm
I'm
like,
like,
and Activision on this
hold on,
personal
hold on.
shit list.
Hold on.
I'm gonna join you on that one, on that crusade.
Bear with us, podcast. We're
Yeah.
looking up this game name.
Code Vein.
Code Vein.
Yeah, that's what
Code
it is.
Vein.
Yeah, Code Vein.
Yeah. Oh, it's gonna. Oh, that looks so damn good.
Yeah, I know my home was gonna play shit up that game too.
You said Cold Vein?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Let's see if I recognize that one.
Did
Anime titties.
was Ghost Recon with Ubisoft too?
Yes.
Yes.
Ghost Recon.
Yeah. Ubisoft is a film company. One of the
Dude,
film company.
I really like Division. I love playing that game. Except
love the
after
Division
the
too.
third day, just too repetitive, bro. And then I bought it
Ubisoft is known for that.
bought it a month late, going to the Dark Zone, capped.
Yeah,
Capped,
bro.
bro. Not
very,
less.
very repetitive, as you can see with
And no
Assassin's
lifers.
Creed.
Invest that game.
and then the shit you could download afterwards, it was all repetitive as fuck too. They're just putting you in random rooms and shit.
That's the Division for you.
I love how you can customize. I love how you can customize your guns. You can jump around. You can customize your gear. All that shit was dope as fuck.
Yeah, I love that stuff. How we looking on the podcast? You through?
Yeah, man, this is. We went off on some rumbles and some rambles. But, man, this was
Y'all play Siege?
Yeah.
Rainbow Six?
Yeah.
I haven't played it yet.
I haven't either. I've been looking at it. A lot of people play, like, I feel like they're kind of similar, but I feel like it'd get repetitive too. But a lot of people stay playing it, honestly.
You gotta know what you're doing on that game.
It's
That's
very
that's
tactical.
one of the
Because
tactical
if you don't know what the fuck you doing, they just gonna straight up fucking kill you.
Yeah,
Your
because
own
there's like
teammate.
breachers and shit like that.
Yeah,
right?
you gotta really know what
Yeah.
what you're doing.
Yeah, that shit looks.
But
it
after a
looks
while,
pretty
you like a beginner playing, and after a while playing it, after a long period of time, and actually know what characters you want to play with, you actually get good at it.
Awesome.
Yeah, man. This was a crazy, wild podcast. Like, subscribe, all that fun stuff. We got a lot of videos coming out soon of some reviews of video games we're playing. We got an old school review coming out with Sir Malcontent, Font Royce. We got some old school shit. I got some gameplay with Shenmue 1 and 2 dropping very soon.
Dope.
Hey, man, it's been a beautiful podcast. Thank you for being our guest today, Eric.
Anytime, man.
Hey, man, this your boy Trevor.
Curtis Russell.
And your boy, Sir Mack Lee.
Oh, my God.
Fauntleroy.
Oh, my God.
The third Esquire.
Ninja Games too.
Yeah.
Hey, comment some shit. Tell us what you want to listen to, what you don't want to listen to. We talk too much, whatever. Fuck it.
What he said.
Right.
Like-
Peace.
This How long was that?
Long as fuck.
That's probably long.
Oh shit.
No.
You got a calculator on you?
No, we're not doing that, DM.
Here, I'll export it real quick. I'll see if
Okay.
stamp plays on it.
How many beats per minute?
Elements.
What the head to hell.
Bars.
I brought cause we gotta go to this baby reveal thing.
I'm so glad nobody I know is pregnant right now. I'm done with baby showers.
My cousin.
I'm good.
Baby reveal.
Tony,
Yes.
have you been pulled? Yo, turn the video.
Bloopers.
Right. That's pretty much what that was.
Bloopers.
So somebody get in
Trevor almost spilled the whole damn tea.
Tony, you got baby. Goddamn.